What's up, guys? I'm gonna try to make this video quick because my hunter video was really long, longer than I wanted it to be. This is the patch 5.0.4 warrior general changes. This is before you choose a specialization, before you put any talents in. This is the raw. So battle shout and commanding shout. Battle shout is different now, increases the attack power by 10% and lasts 5 minutes. It has a 1 minute cooldown and it generates 20 rage. Command and shout increases your stamina by 10% now instead of like a flat amount. All stances have a 3-second cooldown, and there is no skill that requires stances anymore. Your stances are simply buffs, just like the Death Knight presences. Okay, Deadly Calm is different. Everyone gets Deadly Calm. It's a 1 minute cooldown, reduces the cost of your next heroic strike or cleave attacks to 10 rage. So that's really useful. Berserker Rage is pretty similar to before, still breaks all the CC that did break before, and there is a monk CC that I can't remember the name of right now that breaks it too. Okay, you generate 10 rage now and increase your physical damage down by 10% for 6 seconds, and all this stuff that I just said. Stances are different, sorry I didn't talk about that right away. Battle stance increases your rage you get from normal attacks. Defensive stance generates 1 rage every 3 seconds, reduces damage taken by 15% and increases threat. Berserker stance increases the rage that you generate, or actually allows you to generate rage from damage taken, and you also generate rage from a little bit of rage from damage done. Disarm, it's a 1 minute cooldown, same thing than before. It can be used in any stance, any stance, any spec. Charge is like a base charge ability. There's no more intercept. You can use charge while in combat. Whatever, charge is charge, and that's the base charge now. I don't know how else to explain that better. There's probably better ways to explain it, but that's just me. Execute is different. It hits like a truck, but it now costs 30 rage. Cleave, I think it's the same thing than before. Hamstring is the same thing, but there is no more improved hamstring in the game. Heroic Leap now has a 45-second cooldown, which is pretty cool. Rallying Cry is the same thing than before. Heroic Strike, same thing. Recklessness no longer increases damage taken when you use it. Heroic Throw is the same thing, but with a 30-second cooldown. Shining Throw is the same thing. I think it costs less rage, or even more. I don't even remember. Intervene can be used on any stance. Shield Wall, any stance, but still requires shields, of course. Yeah, why? That would be weird if it doesn't. It would be stupid too. Intimidate and Shout, 1 minute cooldown. That's great. Spell Reflection, same thing as before. It still requires shields. Pummel, 50-second cooldown. All inner wraps are 50-second cooldowns now. Thunder Armor is the same thing, takes 15 rage. Yeah, whatever. Taunt, of course. Throw, you no longer have like a ranged weapon slot, so your throw is actually like a cast. Let me just show you really quick. Throw. Target's too close. Actually, I have this macro still, I think. Yeah, throw. It's just a little cast time. It hits like shit, just to keep you busy while being kited. Okay, Thunderclap can be used by anyone, and it applies rend. Like rend. Well, rend doesn't exist now. It's deep wounds, so it applies deep wounds. Okay, Victory Rush is the same thing than before, so no changes there. Deep wounds now, like I said, is rend. So Mortal Strike, Bloodthirst, and Devastate now cause the target to bleed for an amount. I don't know how close or far away from rend that was, but it's pretty good. Enrage, I don't know how much different than Life. Well, I forgot. I played beta too much, but Enrage. Mortal Strike, Bloodthirst, and Colossus match critical strikes and critical blocks enrage you, generating 10 rage and increasing physical damage down by 10% for 6 seconds. So that's pretty good for DPS more than tanks. Tank and rage doesn't seem to be that cool. So let's get straight into the talents. We have Juggernaut, which reduces the cooldown of your charge. We have Double Time, which gives you an extra charge on your rage. Warbringer, which taunts the enemy for 3 seconds when you charge. We have Regen, which takes 60 rage now and is nerfed to hell. I wouldn't take it. And yeah, I wouldn't take it. Second Wind is the way to go. While you're at 35% health or less, you generate 3 health per second. is incredible. And when you're stunned or immobilized, you generate 20 rage over 10 seconds. It's pretty crazy. I like it. And impending victory gives your victory rush 30-second cooldown, but when you kill someone, it resets its cooldown when you get a killing blow on someone. So second win is my talent choice, as well as double time. Most people take Juggernaut, I take double time. Staggering Shout roots everyone that is slowed. It has a 40-second cooldown. Piercing Howl is the same Piercing Howl than before, but is a 15-yard radius now. Disrupting Shout counters or interrupts anyone within 10 yards of you. It's a 40-second cooldown. Then we have Blaze Storm, Shockwave, Dragon Roar. Blaze Storm, you can now like block, parry, and do all that kind of stuff while you're Blade Storming, and it does a shitload more weapon damage than it did before, with still a 1.5 minute cooldown. Shockwave is the same Shockwave than before. I think it actually took rage before, I don't remember, but now it doesn't take any rage. So you can also use it for like in between globals, or like in times that you don't have any rage and you don't have anything to hit. You can actually use Shockwave. I was actually using it like that, and it was pretty good. Dragon Roar is a freaking powerful ass ability that does a shit ton of damage, so the stun is like even worth it. It's like I don't even care about the stun. Dragon Roar just does so much damage. Then we have Mass Spell Reflection, which is like a spell reflect with no shield with a 1 minute cooldown, and it's also for any ally that's around you within 20 yards. Safeguard makes it so your intervene removes all your movement and friend effects upon you, and still intercepts the next range attack. Vigilance is like a sack now, so it also removes the cooldown on taunt. Let's go to the glyphs. We have Death from Above. It's a pretty cool glyph. It reduces the cooldown and increases the damage of your heroic leap. Enraged speed increases your movement speed while you're in rage. Furious Sundering reduces the cost of Sunder armor by 100%. Gag Order is the same Gag Order than before. It's amazing that it's a glyph. Anyone can pick it. It's awesome. They have Heavy Repercussions. While your shield block is active, your shield time hits for an additional 50%. Hinder Strike, your heroic strike and cleave now also reduces the target's movement speed by 50% for 8 seconds. Now I like to pick Piercing Howl, so I'm probably not gonna go for that. And yeah, I'm probably not gonna go for that. Then Hold the Line improves the damage of your next revenge by 50% following a parry. Long Charge increases the charge ability range by 5 yards. That's what I use normally. Yep, that's what I use. Yes. Mortal Strike. When your Mortal Strike is effective on a target, healing effects on you are increased by 10%. That's actually pretty good. Overpowered. Cleave hits increases the damage of your next overpower by 20%. That's crazy. Resonating power increases the damage and cooldown on your Thunderclap by 50%. If they would have like put minor glyphs, stuff like this, which is good, but it's not necessary, I would have probably picked that as a minor. Ruin Interruption successfully interrupts a spell with Pummel, increases the damage by 6%. Your Shield Slam now dispels one magic effect, really good for prod in general, PvP or PvE. Spell Reflection reduces the cooldown of Spell Reflect. I use this sometimes. Sweeping Strikes, when you hit a target with Sweeping Strike, you gain 1 rage. This is really good for 5-man runs. Unending Rage increases your maximum rage by 20%. I haven't tried this, but it might be good. Victory Rush increases the total healing provided by your Victory Rush. I have used this, and it's pretty good still. Whirlwind increases the radius of Whirlwind by 4 yards. Blitz, you charge stones an additional 2 targets. Bloodthirst increases the healing of your Bloodthirst by 100%, so it doubles the healing of your Bloodthirst. Bull Rush, your charge generates 15 rage. 15 additional rage. I didn't even know that was there. That's pretty good. Colossus Smash. Your Colossus Smash also applies the Sunder armor effect on the target. Hamstring. When you spend rage to apply hamstring, the rage cost of your next hamstring is reduced by 100%. Hoarse Voice reduces the cooldown and rage of Commanding Shout by 50%. I thought this was a minor. This should be a minor. That's pretty good though, but I would only pick if it was a minor. Insight. Using Devastate during Deadly Calm Reduces the cost of heroic strike and cleave by an additional 20 rage. So it gives you rage? I don't get it. Raging Wind. Your raging blow hits increase the damage of your next whirlwind by 10%. Recklessness decreases the critical strike chance of recklessness by 20% and increases its duration by 50%. I think that might be worth it in some occasions, mostly in PvE than PvP. I'm not sure, yeah, because in PvE you want more constant damage or long up times of burst, but in PvP you want more short, more powerful burst. So Shield Wall now reduces damage taken by an additional 20%, but increases its cooldown by 2 minutes. That's too much. I hate long cooldowns. And then the minor ones, I'm gonna let you guys go through them because they're just for shits and giggles. So that's it for the general warrior changes. I hope you guys enjoyed this or helped you somehow. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. Until the next one, good hunting.